Hello again, everybody. It is Monday, March 16th, and I just got off a really inspiring call. I just wanted to share some of that energy with you. It was really amazing. It was a group of over 400 people just looking at ways that we can reimagine, re envision this time that we're in. And it was very inspiring, especially because at the end of the call, the presenter unmuted everybody and asked us all to send love to one another, which was pretty interesting because this is a group of like professional business folk, and everybody was just like so inspired. And there were people on the call from around the world, from Spain, from Argentina, from um, I saw someone from India, people from Africa. It was really, really incredible to see how people are responding. It's so challenging how much we've taken community for granted, that we talk about how important it is to be able to get together face to face, and yet I wonder how many of us actually have done that. I know that when I've been really busy, sometimes my friends and family fall to the bottom of my list, and I'm absolutely guilty of that. Some of you listening to this may very well have felt that at times in my life, and I'm deeply sorry for that, of course. And yet, how crazy is this that we're no longer maybe in environments where we're physically interacting each day in the same way, and yet there's still this longing for connection, and people are finding it. How cool is that? So, yeah, yeah, actually, I'm feeling pretty inspired today about that. So, yeah, I wanted to check in with people and reach out to y'all and see how things are going. Um, Yesterday, I talked a bit about the importance of developing a routine and getting a schedule. And I've been doing that a little bit, still kind of envisioning what the work week looks like for me, because my work has been one on one coaching and being in person more. And so that part hasn't changed. And a number of you are still working from home. Some of you are still going into places that are essential workplaces. And there's a new balance to find here. Um, I'd love to hear how you are doing that, how you're accomplishing this kind of new normal. Um, I'm still playing with making more meals and enjoying our incredible spring sunny day here in Seattle. There's a lot happening outside right now. I wanted to share that last night I had this really wild dream. It was very cool. I have lots of great dreams. I'm one of those lucky folks that gets to remember them. But I had this dream that I was somewhere with Jed and with some other friends. I'm not sure who they were. And we were snorkeling in the ocean. And at first it was really calm, but then the ocean started getting more and more turbulent, and we decided we needed to get out. And in the process of getting out of the ocean, there were dolphins. These dolphins appeared, the classic flipper kind of dolphins. And in my dream, I was noticing how the waves would get so big, and yet the dolphins were just like sliding and gliding through the waves. And when I woke up, I just had this really powerful thought about, what do dolphins have to teach us? You know, they're really intelligent mammals, they're highly social creatures. And the thought I had was, they really understand how to move through turbulent seas. They can move through turbulent waters and do all right. So maybe we need to be a little bit more like dolphins. And what does that mean? So I've been thinking about that. And dolphins are, of course, known for their playfulness and their sexuality. So to me, both of those things intertwine mean a really strong sense of vitality. And I know that we are concerned with illness and all of that, but that doesn't mean that we need to inhibit our vitality at this time. anything that can help awaken that sense of playfulness, that spring in our steps, the joy that we can find day to day, please bring it in. I'm really interested in some dance parties these days, so maybe there's a song that's really speaking to you that would invite some play. Another thing I was thinking about dolphins is that they're very sleek. Like compared to whales, a lot of times whales have barnacles on them, and I wonder if that inhibits their like the way that water flows over their bodies. I recognize that those barnacles are, there's a symbiotic relationship perhaps going on with the whale and barnacles, but dolphins don't seem to get barnacles like that, right? Like they're just sleek through the water. So it makes me wonder if I became more sleek, that might mean how might I move through these times of change with less resistance, what's flowing through and past me. I'd love to know what that might mean to you. Hi, Jerry, by the way. Nice to see you. Um, if I was more sleek, perhaps that would mean allowing things to slip past more easily, rather than clenching and being really intense and tight about things. Um, Allowing flow to happen more. It might sound a little woo woo, but in the context of how dolphins move through water, it makes a lot of sense to me. Um, what was some other things I was thinking about dolphins? They're also incredibly playful, and they also sing a lot. So I'm wondering about ways that we might use our other senses to participate in this time. Like at the moment, I'm sitting in front of my computer, but how might we still move or sing or use our other senses to disconnect from what's like coming through this social media or coming through the news channels, allowing things to come into us in different ways. So, yeah, that was an interesting vision I had. Anyway, I just want you all to know that I'm here in service for anything that you need. I still am getting messages from a number of my healthcare worker friends that are just feeling burnt out. And I'm loving you. How I know I'm available to chat, even if it's just for a few minutes. There's no obligation, it's free. I would love to just connect with people that need to be able to process some of the stress that they're feeling and find ways to ground a little bit more. So, I'm going to continue offering these conversations over the next few days and just meet when you can. I'll try to give you more heads up, but I don't know. I'm just doing them as they're popping across my own personal radar. Um, but before we close, let's just do a little meditation together. I wanted to teach you a super simple meditation technique. It's fast, it's effective, and I just want to offer it as a gift. So if you find yourself starting to amplify and getting stressed and all of that, please find an opportunity to bring this into your day. I learned this in birth work as a labor and delivery nurse, and I've used it a lot in my ketamine assisted therapy sessions. I've used it a lot with my clients because it's a really helpful way to quickly shift our mood. So many of you may already know it. It's called alternate nose nostril breathing. It's really straightforward and it doesn't require a long meditation time. So, um, what we're going to do is are going to occlude one nostril, inhale through that nostril, switch nostrils so the other nostril is occluded, and exhale slowly through the newly opened nostril. We'll then breathe in through the same nostril, switch to the other side, exhale. So you always switch between the inhale to the exhale. And the goal is to see if you can make them at least the same length, the inhale and the exhale. And also maybe see if you can lengthen the exhale a little bit. Another invitation is to allow yourself to soften the breath. So it's not like a grasping, pulling in and pushing the breath out really fast. It's just allowing the breath to fall in and out of your body very naturally. So I'm going to do it a few times and talk you through it. And if you would like to join me, that would be great. So you can use your hands however you like. Some people like to go like curl their hands down and plug one side, then plug the other. Some people like to put their fingers on their forehead and alternate. I'm just going to go like this. Um, push my glasses out of the way. So take a moment before we begin just to ground. Let your feet feel the earth beneath you. Let your seat feel heavy on the seat beneath you if you're sitting. If you're in a busy environment, just you can even take a moment to make it look like you have a tissue in your nose. No one's going to know. Also, just an side, just so you know, it's possible that one nostril may have an easier flow of breath than the other nostril. My breathwork coach, Robert Littman, told me one time that that's really normal, that we tend to have a nostril that's more open and more closed throughout the day, and it shifts. That's normal. So just notice. All right, so here we go. So let's plug one nostril and let all the air just fall out. So exhaling. You can close your eyes if you want, but it's not a requirement. And when you're ready, bring in a gentle breath, inhaling, allowing that pause at the top to switch, and then slowly let your breath out. Inhaling through the same nostril, and switch, and exhaling very gently. So enjoy that for a couple more breaths. Take your time. When you complete whatever number of cycles you'd like to do, just take a moment to see how your mind feels, how your body feels, how your heart feels, how your breath feels. For me, I notice that my head feels more clear, the energy in my body feels more relaxed but still alert. So, yeah, that's my offering for today. If you'd like to connect more, you can just message me here. You can also sign up to chat at my website, Guardian at the Gateway. I'll just put the link to it here. You can go to my Facebook page, whatever, here and find it. But I'd be happy to chat with anybody in this format or even on the phone just to touch base. All right, much love to you all. Thank you so much for joining, and hope to hear from you. Have a great rest of your day.